When you're gaslit, there's such a rush of adrenaline. Do you ever get that? Doubts being sown about facts you've pointed out. Facts which remain valid even when you've taken the emotions away. I've just had a spectacular gaslighting incident, so the feeling's fresh in my body. When you begin to be aware that you're being gaslit, it becomes an opportunity to transform that adrenaline from fear into courage. Courage to point out facts. It only recently occurred to me what the story of the Emperor's New Clothes is really about. Call me blind, but that's what gaslighting does. It blinds us to the truth and diverts our attention elsewhere. Like the Emperor being naked and everyone saying he's clothed. It takes attention and commitment to truly become aware of gaslighting, and daily practice to keep that awareness as sharp as you can. Sort of like an energetic self-defense, if you will. Talking of the Emperor's New Clothes, I'm at a loss to comprehend why a Prime Minister, who also happens to be a human rights lawyer, can continue contributing to arming Israel and supporting them, when the images, news footage and interviews coming out of Gaza show that there's a genocide happening before our very own eyes. And yet it's been rammed down our throats like deep throat that genocide and holocausts, for there have been more than just the one in the Second World War, are war crimes and cannot be allowed to happen on our watch. Never again. So what exactly is going on when someone is called anti-Semitic for pointing out that a group of people are in fact being anti-Semitic themselves, engaging in an active genocide? Because Arabs are Semites too. People of many faiths lived on the land of Palestine for many centuries side by side in harmony and peace with love in their hearts. What happened? How did that change? Who interfered in the lives of these beautiful and diverse people who conducted themselves in an inclusive manner and must have been equitable in some way? Very relevant questions in our modern society which espouses diversity, equity and inclusion. Perhaps questions we could actively ask more often. I remember the first Live Aid. I was 18, I'd just got my first credit card and I'd earned some money working backstage on a show. And I felt so passionately about their message. Feed the world. And I phoned the hotline and made a donation, really believing that we would feed the world, that there would be no more starving or hungry people, that we would all be heroes just for one day. And here we are 40 years later, and they're celebrating that 40 years with a musical in London called Just for One Day. Did they achieve their goal of feeding the world? Surely we've raised enough money since 1985 to feed the world multiple times over. And yet we hear that tune like a torture instrument every Christmas, when people are spending money they don't have on shit they don't need to celebrate something which is so far from what it originated as, to hang out with people they'd rather not be with, whilst people around the world still starve. How ironic that Christmas colours are the colours of the Palestinian flag. Holly green, berry red, snow white, and there's usually black in there somewhere like the snowman's hat. And now we have live footage of Palestinians being actively starved to death and shot dead whilst queuing for aid by an army which is allegedly the most moral in the world. Is Live Aid addressing that? We're living in an age of industrial gaslighting. Anyway. Time to get back to my customer service role. See you next time.